In the open, unprotected, and unforgiving plains of Donetsk, the 414th Separate Unmanned Systems Brigade, known as the Magyar Birds, once again showed its mettle. From behind the controls, Ukrainian operators once again demonstrated their deadly precision by controlling a weapon that has changed the face of modern warfare: drones. This time, their weapon of choice was a fiber-optic FPV drone, a technology designed for uninterrupted control, immunity to electronic interference, and capable of hunting its prey with ruthless accuracy. In the open field, a group of Russian attackers struggled to advance, their black silhouettes clearly visible against the cratered and rubble-strewn ground, making them perfect targets for the aerial hunters. There was nowhere to hide, no walls to protect them, just an open space slowly transforming into an execution ground. The drone's engine roared low, hurtling over the ground at a deadly speed, the fiber optics transmitting its control, ensuring the signal was uninterrupted by enemy electronic warfare efforts, its path straight and precise, as if drawn by fate to its target. In the next instant, the Magyar drone operator locked onto the group, the drone swooping low, weaving across the terrain at high speed, its course unwavering despite the enemy's desperate attempts to disperse their panicked escape. Seconds later, the attack slammed into them brutally, and finally smoke and dust erupted, metal splattering, engulfing the attackers in an explosion that left no room for retreat. Those who attempted to disperse caught in an inescapable radius of death. This battle underscored how Ukrainian drone units have reshaped the dynamics of the front line, transforming small teams of operators into decisive strike forces. For the enemy, open fields have become death traps. For the Magyar Birds, they are hunting grounds where precision meets inevitability. The brief mission wasn't just an elimination, but a message. For the Magyar Bird, the open field was a hunting ground, and the invaders were mere shadows waiting to disappear. The brief mission wasn't just an elimination, but a message. This battle underscored how Ukrainian drone units had reshaped the dynamics of the front line, transforming small teams of operators into decisive strike forces. For the Magyar Bird, it was a hunting ground where precision met inevitability, and the open field was a hunting ground. But for the enemy, the open field had become a death trap, mere shadows waiting to disappear. Today, Ukrainian Armed Forces, AFU, Commander-in-Chief Oleksandr Syrsky said in an interview with RBC Ukraine, Syrsky stated, "In the Sumy region, the enemy, one might say, suffered defeat." He revealed that Russia had concentrated some of its strongest units in the region: paratroopers, Marines, and elite motorized rifle forces. But the enemy has not had any success in the last 2 months, and they have lost several settlements, he added. According to Syrsky, the last Russian attempt to advance in the Stepna and Novokonstantinivka areas ended in complete failure for them. They were eliminated, thrown back across the border. He said that Russia tried to exploit the difficult terrain and the absence of a continuous front line near Dobropilya. But once Ukrainian reinforcements arrived, Russia's victorious mood quickly shifted to despair. The terrain there is full of ravines and rivers, natural features that allow for concealed movement, while in summer, dense vegetation makes it difficult to control the line of contact, he said. After a number of decisive measures were taken, additional airborne units were transferred. We cleared settlements and areas, and the enemy's victorious mood changed to despair. While their publications on social media initially had the tone of forward, victory, and now surrounded, Ukraine is not relying on passive defense. We adhere to the principle of never going into passive defense, and our defense is active. If we take the statistics of combat operations over the recent period, then in fact, 1/6 to 1/7 of all combat actions at the front are our offensive or counteroffensive operations.
Armat! Пострел!
Syrskyi also cited the defense of Pokrovsk as an example, saying that although the Russian forces expected to capture the town last fall, the Ukrainian military continues to hold its positions. If you calculate how much the enemy lost in the battles in this area, I think entire fields would be covered with the bodies of its soldiers. This is the price of every square meter of our land. According to Syrskyi, the Ukrainian military will continue to adhere to tactics of active defense, though the details of future actions are not being disclosed.
Armat! Пострел!
Syrskyi said that military aviation has shown significant effectiveness against drones. Helicopters with machine gun weapons show great effectiveness. Syrskyi also told RBC Ukraine that in Bakhmut in 2023, the ratio of losses was at least 1-7 in favor of Ukraine. He added that the situation was similar during the Kursk operation, where Russian forces also suffered several times greater losses. According to Syrskyi, the prolonged defense of Bakhmut had strategic importance. The battles for the town lasted 8 months, and the main Russian forces involved were Wagner Group mercenaries. When the battles in Bakhmut were ending, Prigozhin, the deceased former leader of the Wagner PMC, himself admitted in one of his interviews that he had already lost 20,000 of his best fighters in this town, Syrskyi said. According to estimates by the Ukrainian General Staff, this figure was closer to 23,000 personnel, since their losses were 50-50 killed and wounded. Then, together with the wounded, the losses amounted to approximately 40,000. While the total number of the Wagner Group was up to 50,000, that is, Wagner as a structure was no longer restored, Syrskyi said.